Why are they so creepy? Mirrors have always been common in horror movies to keep the audience on edge, and for good reason. Compared to methods people used to use to view their reflections in old times, modern mirrors provide a crystal clear reflection of the user. There is no horror movie that could ever be as heart-pounding as the moment you unexpectedly catch your reflection's movement from across a room. Of course, none of this has stopped people from being fascinated with them. Mirrors made from highly polished bronze were common in ancient Egyptian culture, and the superstition about breaking mirrors and receiving bad luck dates back to ancient Rome. Many of the ancient people believed that mirrors didn't reflect your physical self, but your soul, which is why it was thought that vampires didn't have reflections. But having a soul isn't always a good thing. According to some beliefs, people's souls can get trapped in mirrors forever. Mirrors reflect our world, but by nature their contents aren't real. But as far as our eyes and brain are concerned, it exists as much as any other object. In a 2010 experiment, researcher Giovanni Caputo of the University of Urbino found that when people stare at their own reflections in a dimly lit room for an extended period of time, many of them experienced a strange face illusion. Within less than a minute, participants in his study started to see other faces, distortions in their own faces, or even the appearance of monstrous beings in the mirror. According to Caputo, some of the other faces take the form of archetypes, like an old woman or a child, so there's a chance that you and a friend could end up seeing the same terrifying reflections. He called it the Caputo effect. You can try it at home. Stare at yourself in the mirror for a few minutes without looking away. Or if you are really brave, do it in a low light or in the dark. The following are some Reddit stories of people's strange and scary experiences with mirrors. Reddit user Dark Side of Taco tells,
I rented an apartment that was the converted attic of an old home built in the 1800s. It came partially furnished, which included an old mirror in the living room. Several times I would walk past it and see a dark shape reflected behind me in the living room, but when I would turn round, nothing was there. The final straw was a night when I was heading to bed. I would do my normal routine of switching off the lights and checking the front door was locked. I had just turned off the floor lamp beneath the mirror in the living room, and as I stood up, a shape appeared right in front of me from the mirror. I screamed and the shape disappeared. After that, I took the mirror down and put it in a closet with the reflective side facing the wall.
The next story is from a user called Parole Model.
I used to visit my friend at her house, out in a rural farming area. I'd sleep over a lot and we'd just hang out and draw. I usually slept in her living room on the couch. And there were 2 mirrors in the room, fairly close to the TV. When the TV was off and I was walking by the mirrors, I started seeing shadows move behind me in the reflection. I thought it was just my mind playing tricks on me. Then, one evening, I walked into the living room to get my sketchbook so I could draw in my friend's bedroom. I bent over and picked it up, stood up straight, happened to look into one of the 2 mirrors nearby, and in the reflection, there was a man standing behind me. He was standing in the hallway leading to the living room. He was average height, bald, and elderly looking. I turned to look at him and no one was there. I immediately turned to look back at the mirror again and he was gone. I told my friend about what I had experienced and described the man I had seen. My friend said there had been a murder at the house a few years before her family had moved in. We decided to search on the internet for any info and found an online news article reporting the murder. The picture of the murder victim that went with the article was the same man I saw standing behind me.
We might intellectually know that reflections aren't always what they seem, but like all illusions, it's still hard to reconcile theoretical knowledge with what's in front of us. But is what we are seeing really an illusion? Or is there something deeper and unexplained going on beyond our realm of knowledge? Let me know in the comments below if you have had any creepy experiences with mirrors. And a special thank you to Shrouded Hand for taking part in this video and inspiring me to make more videos on the creepy and paranormal. And another thanks to John Sergei, my first subscriber, who has been here since the beginning.